The energy transition marches on. One of Australia's biggest energy companies, Energy Australia, has announced the closure of the Yallourn brown coal generator in Victoria in 2028. That's 4 years earlier than planned. This is significant news, but it's actually not unexpected. In fact, one of the biggest reactions to this announcement was that it wasn't closing even earlier. Yallourn is one of Australia's oldest brown coal generators. It's one of the dirtiest. It's one of the most inflexible, and it's one of the least reliable. It's broken down around about 50 times in the last 2 years alone. So when it's really needed at times of peak demand, it hasn't been able to produce the energy it's supposed to be doing. What are we going to replace it with? Well, Energy Australia have already announced one big battery, a very big battery, in fact, 350 megawatts and 4 hours of storage. That's not going to be enough. We're going to need to add wind and solar and possibly more storage. But all we need really is a plan, and the Victorian government and the Australian Energy Market Operator are quite satisfied and thankful that we've got the 7 years notice to plan, and that should be plenty. The industrial energy users and the big consumers are also quite relaxed about this. The only person who is flapping his wings about this is the one person that we would hope would be the grown-up in the room, and that's the Federal Energy Minister, Angus Taylor. Taylor still hasn't got his mind around the fact that the AGL is closing the Liddell coal generator. Once again, it had 7 years notice, but once again, the coalition has done basically nothing about it apart from getting in the way. Now he's warning again about high electricity prices and the lack of reliability in the electricity supply, which is just so counterproductive. Everybody else understands that we have the technologies in place. Even ramping up our energy efficiency targets would offset completely the lost generation in Yallourn. So we have the technologies. Wind and solar are the cheapest. We have storage. We have smart technology, smart software, energy efficiency, a better way of managing things, thinking about things. Everyone understands this. The energy industry understands it. The engineers understand it. The economists understand it. The investors understand it. The only ones who don't seem to understand it is the federal government. But really, it can't be too hard. The Energy Market Operator says we can do it. The Victorian government says we can do it. What's the problem?